Joining us now is former State Department official David Tarfori and senior fellow and military expert at the Defense Priorities, retired Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis. Great to have both of you with us. I've got to start with you, David. Ibrahim Aqil has been wanted by the United States for 40 years. There was a multi-million-dollar reward offered just last year. This is a big deal, this death today.
Yeah, it is a big deal. Obviously, when you put out a reward like that, you want to apprehend the person, you want to bring them to justice, you want to put them on trial, you want to put out the proof that shows that the person is responsible for the terrorist attacks. That's probably what the U.S. would have preferred, but it's often very hard to apprehend someone like this who's in hiding with Hezbollah undercover, often doesn't show up frequently, and apparently Israel had enough intelligence to know where he was. They took the chance. They did this strike. They took him out. I don't think anyone in the United States is going to be complaining that he's now gone. But I do think this suggests a significant escalation. As you mentioned, first bombing in Beirut. This is in southern Beirut, which is the Hezbollah stronghold. But this also goes along with other events this week,
right,
which are like a spy novel.
Yeah, all right, we're going to get to those in a second, the culmination and where this is all headed. But, Colonel, I wanted to ask you, Aqil is also responsible for kidnapping several Americans in the 1980s. He was a wanted man for decades. How did he manage to evade capture for so long? Do we know?
Well, a lot of these guys, I mean, they have a whole industry of staying in the shadows. I mean, we've certainly been going after, Al-Qaeda folks for decades. And every time you take one out, another leader stands up and takes his place, and then he becomes wanted. And they just have a really good system for staying off the grid, staying out of sight to not to be seen. And it's just a never-ending story. And it just kind of shows that the United States is relentless in that terms of going after somebody who kills Americans, that even if it's 4 decades later, we're still going. No, well, we didn't, but we're still looking after him. But of course, that means he has to try and stay underneath. But one way or another, they're going to get taken out.
Well, Israel is certainly relentless, and Israel had fantastic intelligence in this case. Aqil had already survived several assassination attempts by Israel. Today, the idea finally succeeded. He was killed while meeting with other military leaders of Hezbollah underneath a residential high-rise in Beirut. The IDF, David, says he was using these civilians as human shields.
Yeah, well, they often do that, and so it's no surprise there. Hopefully, Israel did its best to make the strike as surgical as possible so they could minimize the civilian casualties. But like you said, this is a triumph for Israel of its human intelligence and likely its signals intelligence as well. It's obviously penetrated into Hezbollah. It was able to penetrate into this pager delivery, which is amazing, and into the walkie-talkie delivery. It obviously had very good intelligence on where some of the leaders of Hezbollah are. So if you're a leader of Hezbollah, a terrorist organization, you should be really, really worried. There's a target on your back, and you're probably going underground.
Colonel, this guy, Aqil, he was the most senior military leader of Hamas. He was a close confidant of the leader of Hezbollah. He was a close confidant to the leader of Hezbollah. What impact will his assassination have?
It can't help but have some impact, because when you've got that much experience, and he's been handling a lot of Hezbollah's activities for many, many years, but ultimately it's not going to be a crippling effect, because these organizations are actually designed to be able to survive the loss of key members, even if it was Nasrallah himself. So I'm sure there'll be a degradation. I saw this a lot during my time in Afghanistan, especially when I saw the U.S. was taking out a number of Taliban leaders at various levels. And there was a degradation for a while, but then it was short-lived, because there was 5 or 6 guys who were ready to step up.
Yeah.
And I suspect we'll probably see that here.
All right, but David, as you said at the top, this culminates a week of extraordinary escalation by Israel, the exploding pagers on Tuesday, the detonating radios on Wednesday, the bombings on Thursday, and now the assassination on Friday. Where is this headed? It sounds like things are escalating, and they're escalating fast.
They are. Israel hasn't telegraphed where this is headed. We didn't expect any of this. We don't know what its plan is exactly. You can assume, for one thing, it's trying to take out all of the people that it thinks are going to be a future threat all at once in a short period of time. And perhaps because it knows at some point the pressure is going to be too strong for it to go into a ceasefire. So before the ceasefire, maybe it wants to do this, but it is risking an escalation with Hezbollah. I think Hezbollah generally doesn't want an escalation because they know if Israel, and also if they escalate with the U.S., that they're too powerful, Israel and the U.S., they could really decimate Hezbollah. So for the survival of Hezbollah, they don't want an escalation. But at the same time, this is so embarrassing for Hezbollah, especially the pagers and the walkie-talkies, how many people it took out all at once and how easily Israel was able to penetrate into the Hezbollah organization. So you would think Hezbollah needs to retaliate, and Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah, has promised they're going to retaliate. So if he doesn't follow through, that would also be further signs of weakness.
Yeah. Do you see this, Colonel, escalating, or do you think that Hezbollah will hang back? Because as powerful as it is, and it's much more powerful than Hamas in Gaza, as powerful as Hezbollah is, it is no match for Israel.
Well, it's no match for Israel if it's going on the offense. And I think that's why it's important to see what they will do. They have been hurt badly by this, and they have no interest, and I don't think they've ever had an interest in actually launching a ground attack, for example, into northern Israel. But they have prepared significant defenses inside of southern Lebanon. And you had last night the ambassador for Israel on Fox News, and this morning you had the former PM Naftali Bennett both say that they want to see Israel push back Hezbollah so that they can move their people back into the north. And that requires a ground incursion. So all of these things could be the preparation stage for now a ground incursion. And by the way, the 98th Division has been sent up in the north.
Yeah, they've been moving things and saying that the gravity has shifted, according to the Israeli defense minister, to the north of Israel, which is where Lebanon and Hezbollah are. All right, well, at least a measure of justice, 4 decades in waiting for the hundreds of American families who lost loved ones in 1983 after Ibrahim Aqil decided to bomb the embassy and the Marine barracks. So that at least take a moment to give that some attention. David Tarfuri, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis, really appreciate you joining us.